You know what they say about taking someone's virginity. I'm just kidding. I have to say that. Episode 9, baby. Let's go.
Episode 9. We are here. I'm excited, actually. Why are you always in the mood?
You know what? Hey, guys.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Radiate podcast. This is Issa.
Hi.
I'm Grace Ann. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm actually drinking coffee that was hot, actually, earlier today, and we made it cold. I don't know if we want to dive into that because we got some coffee earlier.
You know what I call that?
What?
Physics. It was hot. No, it's cold. And how did we do that? Ice cubes.
Because
story time.
Yes. So Grace and I love coffee. First of all, we have a lot of information to give you guys today.
Maybe a little too much.
We have a lot of things to talk about.
We do.
Okay.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you warned them. Everyone, you need to be sitting down.
Yeah. If
you're not in the car, you still need to buckle up and just hold on to your panties because today is going to be a day.
A lot of info. Sorry, I'm just really excited about this mic.
So, yes, we love coffee.
Yeah, so we love coffee. That's
a little too much.
And we go all the time.
And it's a little embarrassing because recently...
Yeah.
The same barista at Starbucks has seen us.
Yeah.
Like, what, a handful of times in, like, the last week and a half, 2 weeks?
A lot of times.
And we have a history.
Yeah.
With this barista.
We have a history.
First of all, we finally got her name today.
Yes, I can say her name.
We won't say it, but
she's
really sweet.
She is sweet.
But Issa, take over.
The point is, sometimes I'm sure it's hard to be a barista. I really am sure it's hard. And sometimes the order gets wrong. And it's happened to us a handful of times recently, okay? Do with that information what you will. But today we were going, and also get yourself a roommate that knows your Starbucks order, by the way, by heart. So we pull up, Grace Ann orders my drink. She's like, oh, can I get the tall, skinny vanilla latte with almond milk and iced? Keyword, ice. So then
I emphasized that
because
I made that word extra loud.
Yeah.
And I said it at the end, but I said it very loud, and I said iced.
Yes, iced.
So
we're going, and she orders her iced drink, and then we notice that the price on hers is a little higher than usual. But we're like, okay, whatever. So we go get it. We get it, and we're making conversation with the girl. And she hands Grace Ann.
It seems like things are going great. Like, we learn each other's names. She called me a queen. She was like, I recognize your voice, but honestly, a little embarrassing. But
sweet.
She called me a queen. Super sweet. And honestly, she's really nice.
She is really nice. So we love
But then she hands me Issa's drink.
And it's hot.
And if you're a coffee lover, there is a big difference between iced and hot coffee.
Yes.
And if you're expecting cold ice cubes, but instead you get scalding hot coffee, it's a whole different vibe check. Like,
and there's a moral to the story. We're not just brats who didn't get their coffee. Okay, so right when the girl hands Grace Ann the hot coffee, she goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," under her breath. And I was like, "It's fine. I'm not gonna complain." So we get it, and we're like, "Okay, thank you so much." And then right when we pull off, we're so mad. And I'm like, we complained for a hot minute.
We did. Okay, for a hot minute, we mean 100 yards.
Yeah.
But Issa made a really good point, which we were going to talk about later, is I was like, Grace Ann, we have a beautiful car that you're driving us in. We have money to buy coffee. We don't need to we're about to go do our podcast. Money that we shouldn't necessarily be spending on coffee, but but that's besides the point.
But the fact that we have the ability to go, drink the coffee, enjoy the coffee, we have a lot to be grateful for.
Exactly. So Miss
Barista, right next time.
If you're watching, listening, we enjoy seeing your beautiful face.
Yeah. You're very sweet. And you're a hard worker.
You are a hard worker. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I think it's just funny because it's I got my order messed up a
few times ago by the same person, and then you. And I think at this point, I feel like it's just like an inside joke. Like she knows, she's like, I'm gonna mess their order up on purpose. And you know what? We see you, we hear you, and we got you, girl.
We got you, girl.
We got you.
But keep doing.
Are you sending us a message? We understand. Not really, but you know what? Next time we see you, it's on.
It's on. Like
not really. Wait, that's not.
No, we love you.
We're friends.
We'll tip you.
We know your name.
I don't know if you can tip at Starbucks. Moving on.
Well,
how has your day been today?
How has my day been? My day has been pretty good.
Good.
I think.
You're probably busy with work and.
Yeah, super busy with work.
Same.
I am like stacking up on work. You know, I'm basically fitting in a week's worth of work into like 2.5 days.
Yeah.
Because we're about to go on a work retreat. Guys, I'm going to Rhode Island.
Yep.
In a couple of days.
Yep.
I'm super excited. We're gonna be flying.
That's fun. I love airports.
And yeah, it's just a work retreat. And shout out to my boss, Christina. She's amazing. She cares for all of her girls so much.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm super excited. I've never been.
Ooh.
Oh, we have a guest.
We have a guest.
Are we surprised? No. If you're gonna get up here, you need to show your face to the camera and say hello to people.
Hello.
She's just gonna look at her shadow. Anyways, for anyone who's listening, Lila, my beautiful lilac point Siamese, just hopped up on the table because everything revolves around her. And if it's not revolving around her, then she makes a fuss.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing right now. We'll just let her vibe. She's vibing. She's doing cat things. Okay, anyways. Christina is amazing. At Luna Brand Management. Check them out on Instagram. Love them. But yeah, I can't wait to like tell, you know, my stories about the East Coast. I've been to New York City. I never thought I would get to go to like Rhode Island at like such a young age. Because when I don't know, when I think of Rhode Island, I kind of think it's like expensive.
Really?
I don't know. I think it's because the part that we're going to
expensive?
to like where there's like mansions and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
We're just doing like touristy things.
Yeah.
But
I've never been to Rhode Island. I've been to like New York. I've been to New York, Maine, all that stuff over there in Florida, but I've never been to Rhode Island.
Yeah, I've been to New York City. Honestly, didn't really like it. But I think it's just because, like, I'm such a nature person.
It's very busy. I think I liked it because my dad used to live there, and he, like, got to show us around places.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I knew that.
My mom just paid me $15.
Was that for coffee?
Our coffee is sponsored by First Dibs. So if you like thrifting,
check them out.
Go check them out.
At First Dibs online on Instagram.
Yes. They're a great store. You can buy really awesome stuff for very cheap. Grace Ann has so many clothes.
Literally half my closet.
So you have so much stuff from there.
I have so much stuff.
You have so much. Every time she comes, she gets like a lot.
I do.
You get a lot of
Pretty
stuff.
much every watch that you're gonna see me wear.
Yeah.
If you're watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a watch from First Dibs.
Always.
I don't know. I never used to be a watch girl, and then I had like a Fitbit. But recently, like ever since, I don't know, it was like a month and a half ago when I was at your mom's store, I was like, I kind of fell in love with like vintage looking watches.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's actually an interesting segue. Do you know how to read a clock?
Yeah. I hate reading clocks.
Okay,
but
so I didn't realize that there are people who can't, like who don't know how.
Yeah.
I've just never thought about that.
I'm sure like Luke, my little brother who's 5, he won't really know because like everything's digital.
Yeah.
And you know, we learned. Like,
I feel like it's. I hope they still teach it in school though, because
I don't
feel
know
like
if they do. I'm sure they do.
Oh man, what do you think about them not teaching cursive anymore? I think that's like a thing that they're like trying to do.
I've never used cursive.
Really?
And they're more
even with
digital.
your signature.
Well, besides my, I think we should practice. Yeah, I don't think they should take as much time on it because I've only used cursive for my signature. I've never used cursive for anything else.
Interesting.
And we spent a lot of time in, I think, like 3rd, 4th grade doing that. But what do you think?
I think I don't really know because I do think that it's important, but also like I also don't really use cursive. But I think to me it would just be kind of sad in a way if it's not taught anymore.
But things are changing. The world is changing.
I know.
It's kind of like, it's very interesting. Like the things that our parents used to learn about, we don't learn about. You know what I'm saying? Just because like we've adapted, we don't need to sit in class and learn about that.
Okay, we got way off topic. How was your day, Issa?
Oh, it was pretty good. I did a lot of work. Like I went to work, worked on our video that just posted. Go check it out with Jessica Baxter. But yeah, it was pretty chill, honestly. It was fun. I had a good day, actually. Okay, so we do, like I said, we have some hot topic situations.
I'm ready for this because you've been teasing me all day, and I'm like, I don't know what you're about to say.
Because I want to just like talk about it with you. I want to like get into
Literally,
it.
guys, she doesn't tell me. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Lila. She's so cute.
She is cute.
She's so cute. Yeah, guys, she doesn't tell me the hot topics. I never know what's about to come out of her mouth.
No, that's very true.
I'm ready. Tell me.
The first one
what's
you
going
do
on.
know about. The first one. I'm going to leave the second one for last. But you do know the first one. So, although this happened a couple days ago, I feel like you and I like are passionate about mental health and depression and like serious things. So
y'all bear with me because I'm gonna try to hold my tongue as much as possible.
Yeah. So I think this came out on September 11th. Skip Bayless, who is a news anchor, what would you call him?
He's like a sports analysis.
So he's been on a lot of shows. He's been doing this for so many years. So like a lot of people know who he is. But he has a show called Undisputed where him and another guest or host, they talk about things like in the sports world, all that stuff. So Dak Prescott, who's the quarterback for the Cowboys, he came out in an interview opening up about his mental health. He came out saying that he struggled with depression during COVID, and also let's just say that his brother recently committed suicide during COVID. Their mom passed away due to cancer. So he's had a pretty hard couple months, not including COVID, which a lot of people struggled with, their mental health.
Yeah.
So he came out, he was very open about it, and Skip Bayless did not think that it was a good idea for Dak Prescott to come out about this because his reasonings we both do not agree with, but what he said was because he's a leader of the field, he doesn't need to be coming out about weaknesses, which depression is not a weakness, in my opinion.
No, it's
and
not.
I know you feel the same. He said that if he really wanted to talk about it, he should have gone and see a doctor, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I think it's awesome that he, as an athlete, is opening up. He said that he doesn't want other players to come up to Dak after a bad throw and be like, "Oh, are you sad?" Make fun of him, basically. He said a lot of stuff. He just went in honestly saying oh, just because this happened doesn't mean you need to talk about your depression. You're showing signs of weakness, you're showing this, and then just all this stuff. So obviously he's getting a lot of hate for that.
Honestly, as he should.
And a lot of athletes are honestly backing up Dak Prescott as they should.
That makes me really happy to
hear.
Because
people think that these athletes are robots. They think that they don't have feelings and that
they're just born to hit other people and just pass the ball.
Yeah, if anything, they're probably dealing with crazy amounts of mental health considering they get what their body goes through.
You would think that Mr. Skip Bayless would care more about someone when literally that athlete is a big reason why you have the job you do.
100%.
Because if I'm him, I'm like, I want. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Dallas Cowboys is Skip's favorite NFL team.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just have a lot of. Actually, I don't have any mixed emotions about this.
I don't have any either.
Skip,
come on, dude.
be better. What are you thinking? What sort of message do you even realize the toxic message that you're sending out to athletes that they don't have any right to talk about how they feel?
Because one, they're a man, and two, they're on the field.
And also, I was telling Issa when this story broke that yes, his mom died and his brother committed suicide. But the thing is, you don't have to have tragic things happen in your life in order to have depression.
100%.
So it just...
The fact that happened and he still had that opinion.
It's just worse.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have depression, but I'm not comparing anybody's sadness or traumas. But it's the guy's brother committed suicide. His mom died of cancer, correct?
Yes, of cancer.
I don't understand what you were thinking and also how you think people were gonna be on your side, see your point. Literally,
it's such an old mentality.
Also, Skip, nobody asked for your opinion, which honestly is the entire basis of your show. I am under the impression that my opinion, Skip should have been done a long time ago.
I agree.
He has made several very eye-opening statements over the years, but this one by far to me is just
But this is why people don't want to come out about things like that.
Exactly.
Because of people like this.
Exactly.
And
I'm hoping that with Skip saying this and the huge backlash that he's facing, it's inspiring athletes to be okay, then it is okay to open up because obviously the majority of people
Yeah.
are agreeing they're on Dak's side.
100%.
And I hate to say, like, you know, Dak's side, Skip's side, but, like, it's either, there is no black and white here. No. You're either right or wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
you either are calling this guy who's coming out about his mental illness a weakness.
And I'm usually pretty, like, I try to see both sides of things. Too. This to hear, it's just like a big slap in the face.
It's just stupid.
Like, what is, you're scared that guys are gonna make fun of him.
No one's gonna do that.
No one's gonna do that,
especially not after this.
And if they did,
depression is not like,
it's not a joke.
I have a little bit more faith in the guys who are playing football than to go up to Dak Prescott, who's not just a random player. Like, he's made a name for himself. Then to go up to him,
he's literally the quarterback of the most famous NFL team in the world, like, the Dallas Cowboys.
And again, I don't care if he was the freaking bench warmer. No one's gonna. Yeah. The point is, he's making history, in my opinion, because we do not see that many professional athletes come out about their mental health, and it's sad. That's why
I think it's very inspiring, but also, Skip literally talk about how he literally compared his life to Dak's.
Which, this is even worse. Like, he was like, oh, like, you don't see me going around talking about my depression. Like, my dad was an alcoholic. My this was... And it's like, so you're now comparing your life to his life, saying that he doesn't deserve to be depressed. Like, I don't care if nothing happened to him. Depression doesn't just hit you if you had someone die. Like, he's depressed.
I'm so sorry.
Bless you. No, it's okay. He's depressed, and he's opening up about it. No, don't question that. Like, don't have that mentality of, like, no, that's a weakness. He doesn't need to be saying that. Like, he went on way too long, like, talking about this in a negative way.
What's his partner's name? The guy
I think
on the
Shannon.
show? Shannon, yes.
He stuck up for him.
Okay, so, and which doesn't surprise me at all, because usually, I mean, that's literally the basis of their show, is that they have two very differing opinions. I would assume that, do you think they tell people what they're going to say?
What do you mean? Like, tell each other?
Like producers, or
I think they were gonna,
their talking points?
I think it's kind of like us. Like, they're not going to be like, this is my opinion, what's your opinion?
Because my thing is just like, if there were other people who signed off on what he said...
Yeah. No.
Big yikes.
Yeah, big yikes.
Big yikes.
But also, it's like, it is his opinion, so he does have the right to say that, and he does.
He does.
It's just like, you
wrong.
have a lot of people listening to you, and you have a lot of young guys and girls listening to you who are going into the professional athlete and professional sports, and it's like,
especially when you have a platform that large, you have to realize, like, what you say matters, and you can't act like it doesn't. That's just ignorant.
And Michael Strahan, he was an old football player. He's on Good Morning America now. He's so awesome. He commented on this, and I'm gonna link the video down below because it's amazing to watch. But he basically was like very upset that Skip said this, and he was like, as a NFL player, I know what guys go through. I know what I went through, and he's like, I don't want to hear anything about a guy who the last time he wore a uniform was when he went trick or treating when he was 13. He literally dropped the mic, and it was so iconic. So but it's true. It's like, you don't lead anybody. Dak is leading a whole team, so don't talk about leadership. You're not leading anybody. You're just talking, and then to judge him when you've never even been in the NFL. I'm sorry, but that was amazing.
Mic drop, everybody. Moral of the point of what we're saying here, and we're gonna, it's a great, we're gonna get into more mental health stuff later in the podcast, but telling someone that you have depression, telling someone that you are going through something right now, with your struggling, whatever it may be, don't be ashamed.
No.
And it's people like Skip Bayless who are just completely, you feel like, we're taking like 2 steps forward with mental health and like mental health awareness, and then it's like people like Skip, it's just like we take 5 steps back.
Yeah. And if you want to come out about it, just know this is the 1%. So many people back Dak up, so don't be afraid.
I think just the amount of people, you can just see how many people
stuck up for him.
Yeah, stuck up for him. That right there should just tell you, like, people do care about how you're feeling, and don't let people like Skip, defer you from not wanting help and telling somebody that you need help.
For sure. That was a good learning lesson for everybody in the sports world, especially.
Did Skip come out with like a statement? Like, has he said anything?
He's saying that it was misconstrued. What he meant wasn't what, which is what every basic person.
What else is he gonna say?
Nothing.
He could just own up to it and apologize.
He knew
but,
he was wrong because
let's just say that it wasn't what he meant.
He prefaced his comments with, "Don't worry, I do, and y'all can pin me as a bad guy, but I do care about mental health." But it's like, no, he knew.
There should be no but after that. I care about mental health, but... Anyways, Dak, we love you. You're doing great things. Yes. You are a role model to so many people, young and old. Keep doing you, baby.
I don't think he knows how helpful he's being to people who are going to NFL.
Especially athletes that are going through it, you know?
Yep.
Anyways.
What
else you got for me?
Anyways, so we're switching gears from sports to The Bachelorette. Yes, which we love The Bachelorette. So, I really hope you don't know this one, but Cassie and Colton... Do you know anything about that?
They broke up.
Yeah. So they broke up a couple months ago, right? So Cassie, I think yesterday and today, filed a restraining order against Colton Underwood to the California Domestic Violence Center. Yes. Because they broke up obviously a couple months ago, but he's not stopped texting her, he has not stopped calling her, he's not stopped accusing her of getting back with her ex-boyfriend after they broke up. He even allegedly placed a tracker in her cars and would follow her to her parents' house and her house. She has pictures of the tracker. So the restraining order requires Colton to be at least 100 yards away from her at all times.
You know what they say about taking someone's virginity. I'm just kidding. I had to say that.
Dang.
I had to say that.
I forgot about that.
That's probably been already joked about.
I've not heard that joke, but that's probably...
That's a really serious matter.
Yeah.
All jokes aside. What?
To put a tracker.
Is that real?
Yeah. And they try to get Colton's reps to talk about it, and he's apparently he's blindsided. I put in quotes because I believe that he did that, because he was obsessed with her. Remember?
He jumped over a fence for that girl. He sent Hannah G and Tasha home for that girl. And if you're a Bachelor fan, you know, those are beautiful women. Not girls, women.
And so is Cassie.
Yeah, so is Cassie. But I honestly, oh my gosh.
So how, yeah.
I don't know. I did not like Colton, but I wasn't there was definitely people who were I liked him, but I was never a super fan of him. But his reps are saying he's been in Colorado, they haven't talked for a month, he's blindsided. So but also they don't want to comment further because it is a legal issue. It's legal now. Why would she lie though?
I don't know.
What would she gain for that?
She could gain some fame, but I don't think she's...
But also, I feel that's so easily, can be proved that he didn't.
And like I said, pictures of... She has a lot of proof, is what everybody's saying.
Do you think someone... I'm too much into... Have you ever seen Pretty Little Liars? My thing is, oh my gosh, what if she has,
another
a stalker who's, pretending to be Colton?
Well, she's calling him the stalker. He's being stalkerish and harassing her.
That tells me that there was something also when they were in a relationship that maybe
they were always off and on.
Yeah,
they were always off and on.
Colton.
And I loved Colton.
If this is true and everything that she's saying isn't a lie,
yeah,
Colton, why? That's just weird. You're literally stalking her.
Don't put trackers in anybody's car. Ever.
That's so weird.
Ever. Especially after a breakup.
A breakup. What?
And don't harass people. If they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you.
How did you think, with the amount of limelight that you have and the following, how did you think this was you had to have known this was going to break, assuming that this is true. If it's not, and Cassie is she's either lying, which I highly doubt.
I hope she's not, because that's a serious
I feel the only other explanation would be someone is just pretending to be him, but then it's obviously if she's calling Colton out, then it's
the texts obviously are from him, but yeah, again, she's alleging, who knows, it could be fake, but yeah, so the judge basically forced Colton to stay away today. It went approved. He cannot be in 100 yards from her.
So I guess this is I guess we could talk about if this was you. if you were being harassed by an ex and like what would you do?
Oh my God.
I mean, I know how close Colton was with her family, so like
he would follow.
What do you think? Like, how would you react to this situation? Would you do the same? Like, go to the cops? Like, obviously, if she's going to the cops and
serious.
Like, it's very serious. Yeah.
Because I couldn't see myself like going to the cops, but again, I mean, if someone was harassing me,
that is scary.
She obviously feels.
You don't think
scared.
he was being like violent or like obviously like we have no proof of like whatever's going on, but
I mean, she went to the domestic, like California Domestic Center for it, but I don't know if that's always.
If I had. I mean, I have a friend who was friends with this guy, and they were friends, and he had always, like, expressed how interested he was in her, but, like, she had, like, denied him, like, over and over, and there were times where, like, he had, like, kissed her, and she had to, like, push him off because she was just like, I told you, I just want to be friends. And he was one of those people that like kind of like manipulated the situation into thinking like, well, it's your fault that like I like you, like you're leading me on. And she was just like, what? And I remember when she had told me that she would be like walking like on campus and she would see him and like he knew her schedule and like she kind of like knew his just because like I guess of like Snapchat and stuff.
Yeah.
And she would just like see him on campus and be like, doesn't he have class right now? Like, why is he over here like completely different major? Like, there's no reason for so that it's really scary because it's like in that person's mind, the person that's harassing somebody, they don't think that they're doing anything wrong, but it's like something in their brain. It's like it's creepy. It's really creepy. And I don't really know what ended up when like obviously she's fine, but I mean I can understand being scared senseless just because it got to the point where it's like she was like asking friends to like walk with her on campus because she didn't know when she would see him.
No, it's definitely a scary thing. And I feel like
even just seeing somebody like it doesn't necessarily have them have to get physical, just like
it's like triggering.
If they're being creepy, it's weird.
God, people just don't be freaking creepy. Like, don't be weird. Respect other people's boundaries.
No is no. I'm just gonna say that.
Like point blank. Like, don't ask any questions. Like,
we're touching on so many topics.
Oh my
right
God,
now, but
it's just like, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like that's a whole nother podcast of like consent and all that stuff. But just don't make people uncomfortable because it will affect them. Like. And you're entitled, like, you're acting entitled to their body.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not your body. Go touch yourself. Go touch your own body. Don't touch someone else. Unless they want it.
What Issa said, yeah.
I'll go off. I'm not kidding. It's just annoying. And it's a little embarrassing, desperate, sad. I could keep going. And if you're someone who has been, like, harassed or maybe, like, assaulted in a way that you didn't want to be touched.
Even just like, followed. I don't know. I just like what's going on in that person's brain to think that it's okay to do that.
It's entitlement, and that's how they feel entitled, and they don't see a problem.
Back to Cassie. We hope that and everything that you're going through, girl, I'm so sorry. I hope that this gets straightened out, and I really hope that you stay safe. I'm glad that the judge issued a restraining order against him. Like, obviously things are being taken seriously.
Ooh, that's awkward.
And Colton,
if this is true,
go get help.
Just take a break.
Yeah, I mean that in the nicest ways possible. Like, get off social media, go get help, go to the mountains.
She will never be with you again. That's just a fact. Like,
get that through your head. Obviously, there's a reason why y'all ended it. I don't know. Let's just move on because I am shocked right now.
Yeah.
I am shocked.
So, yep.
Dang.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving on. But again, things are crazy out there. I just thought that was very interesting because you never know who. Also, he was the sweetest guy. You never know.
Or so we thought.
You never know who's freaking crazy.
Or so we thought.
But yeah, moving on. That was just our fun hot topics. Do you have any hot topics? Do you have anything you want to add?
I'm bringing nothing to the table today.
You're bringing yourself.
You're right.
And you know what? That is a great segue. Let's be more positive, people. We want to talk about Oh, I got this dress, by the way, for $3. Anyways.
Shout out to Marshalls.
We want to talk about how we stay positive in this world, how we, like, you know, just go through life, and...
Well, this is actually a great segue.
Okay.
A big reason why I got Lila was because I was going through when I was going through a really hard time. I was going right through my depression, and my anxiety was really, really bad. And I was living in that house by myself. If you've listened to the podcast a couple episodes ago, I was living by myself, and my therapist was just like, you should get some sort of animal. And so, yeah, I got a cat, and she's adorable. I know if you're watching right now, you can see she's literally going crazy right now on the table. She just wants all the pets. But she's 1000% my emotional support animal. She's such a sweetie. She loves to cuddle. And I think there's a lot of people in the world who have like this weird, like, thought of cats, that like cats can't be like cute and cuddly and nice, but like all cats are different. And you just got to get the right cat, because like she definitely sees me like as her mom.
She does.
And I see her as my daughter. But she's so cute. I got her from the shelter, and she was like 5 weeks old, and she's just so sweet. But yeah, that's a big, like, she knows when I'm sad, like she knows when I'm stressed out, and she's such a cuddler. So if the way she's looking at me right now, she's so cute. If you're finding yourself like going through like a hard time, and like you're just simply or if you're just lonely, get a cat, guys. Like a dog just doesn't fit my lifestyle. Like I am just constantly on the go. But cats are a lot more like low maintenance, especially if you have two cats. It's always better to have 2 cats, just because then they can have a playmate. And so, anyways, kind of getting off topic here. But yeah, if
cats helped you.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like my life got a whole lot brighter, I would say, honestly, when I got her. She's so sweet. Cute. She's going to be turning 2 in... let's say, I think like April. So, yeah. So cute. But I would say, you know, getting Lila was a game changer for me. And also, I journaled for a hot minute. I don't really do it as much anymore. But I found that journaling and even just like sketching really, I'm not a great sketcher at all.
But it is calming.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
And I would journal literally about anything and everything. It wouldn't necessarily be like bad stuff. It would just be like what I did in that day, and like my thought process, maybe what I was like struggling with that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, journaling I think is one of the top things that like people will recommend for you to do.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, it's good to get how you're feeling out and down. And not everyone feels comfortable, and not everyone has someone to tell. Some people, like we said, like can't like afford to go to therapy. But honestly, sometimes just writing it down is so therapeutic.
It helps a lot.
So I would say those were like the top 2 things. Just definitely going to therapy helped, and then getting Lila. And then just journaling my heart out. Yeah. What about you?
I would say journaling too. I think the mindset you have is also very, very, very important. Like, I think our mind is so powerful. And I was telling you about this a little bit. My dad and I, we were watching this guy named Charlie. I watched a lot of his stuff like a year ago, and I've seen, you know, some of his stuff kind of throughout the year. But he's very about like when you wake up and you say, oh, today's going to be kind of like one of those days. As humans, like, we always want to prove ourselves right. So we're going to go through our day, like, finding the negative things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to find, oh, my car needed gas this morning. Oh, I was late to work. But it's like we said earlier, like, things happen every day. Like, you're grateful to make it to work. Okay. Like, you're grateful to...
Earlier when we got the coffee, we were so negative. But you made the great
When you
point.
put it into perspective, it's like, okay, why are we complaining? Maybe
there was a reason why the order was messed up. Like, maybe there's a reason why there's so much traffic. Maybe there's
always a reason. I'm such a strong believer of everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And, like, you have to go through really dark times to get good times. And something he said that I thought was really cute was, like, Santa Claus doesn't deliver presents in the daytime. Like, he delivers them at night. And you wake up when it's light outside and you get good presents. Like, you just have to put into perspective. You have to just, like, every day, like, that's a win. He's, like, big on winning streak. Like, when you wake up, that's a win. Because we both know life is very precious and it can be taken away out of nowhere. So we wake up, that's a win. We you know, we get to our job. There's so many wins just in that. Like, I just feel like changing your mindset is very, very, very important. Also, writing, like what you're saying, like, writing your goals down. This summer, actually, I'm going to show you because I brought it and I want you to see it. This summer, because I remember what he said about, like, writing goals down and, like, manifesting, like, good things in your life, and, like, how your voice is, like, so powerful, like, what you speak, you know what I'm saying? And this goes for, like, people who are religious or not religious. Like, in the Bible, it says what you speak is important, and if you're spiritual, or if you're, like, into manifesting and all that stuff, it's, like, putting it out into the universe or whatever you believe in, like, they can happen. So I wrote in this journal during COVID. Do you want me to read you some of my goals?
I do.
Okay. So,
you're so cute.
There's, like, 8 of them, so I'm just going to read a couple. So one of them is to get to, in quote, dream weight, and then in parentheses I wrote, you've lost 22 pounds. That was in July, and I've lost more, so we're doing good, okay? The other one is get over her 100%. In parentheses I wrote, you're at 89%. So 100%. 2 out of 2, we're getting, you know. But yeah, so that was, okay. Get rid of all your anxiety, work hard every day, be kind, graduate college, which we're going to do that. Like, stuff about LGBTQ and Christianity, get mom's podcast over 1,000 subscribers, and be confident. The point is, I wrote this down because I was like, I'm not going to, like, keep thinking, like, oh, I want to do this. Like, I feel like if I write it down, it'll help. And I feel like it does. And I really strongly suggest people, like, write your goals down, write, like, a vision board, you know, just, like, put a goal to it.
I love that, and honestly, I'm going to start doing that because I really, really like that.
Yeah.
I think another thing is to not get on your phone right when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, that's another
because personally, that triggers a lot of anxiety for me usually. One of the first things I do is check my work email, which is honestly so bad. If you do that, I think you can understand where it's like you're immediately jumping into that, like, work mode, and you haven't even gotten out of bed yet. Like, you haven't even washed your face, brushed your teeth, or fed your cats. And, like, I think I'm trying to remember. I think I watched a video. I read, like, I think I was reading an article on, like, Inc.com, and they had stated that, like, when you immediately, like, jump onto, like, social media or read something from your email, and let's say you see something, like, negative, or, like, say a Karen, like, emailed you, you know, and it's, like, something not nice, you're immediately going to be put into a bad mood, and that's going to affect your entire day. And it was kind of just, like, I already, like, knew that, you know, but it's, like, reading it. It's, like, dang. Like,
hearing it, reading it.
That actually can affect your mood so much. So I think a big piece of advice I would give, and, like, I'm not even 100%, like, able to do it yet, but I'm getting better. Don't get on your phone until at least, like, 15 minutes after you've waken up and you've kind of just, like...
got yourself ready.
Like, at least, like, it's, like, drink your water in the morning, go to the restroom, wash your face, brush your teeth, just kind of vibe, you know, take all the beauty of the world in, and then check your phone. Like, I think in today's world, we honestly... It's like we all have a third arm, and it's our phone. It's, like, quote-unquote connected to our body.
For sure.
Issa.
What?
I know you don't know that we were going to talk about this, but I really want to talk about this.
It's an intervention.
We watched The Social Dilemma the other night. Dude. It's on Netflix, and it's everything that you already knew, but you just got all of, you know... Everything was you heard what you were already thinking, but so basically what it is, the people who were interviewed used to work at, like, the big billion-dollar companies: Facebook, Twitter, Google. Pinterest, Google, YouTube. So basically they were interviewed, and you kind of hear what you were already thinking about social media, like how they, like, track what you're doing, and, like, for, like, ads and stuff, and just, like, but just hearing it and, like, knowing, like, the one part that really got me was when they showed Instagram and like Facebook feed, and it literally times how long you're on a certain post, and that's how they like find out and gear what ads to like send you.
It's crazy. It also touches on like what social media does to us, like about our image, about our It's crazy.
It's crazy. We're gonna talk about how awful social media can be for young minds in another podcast, because that's just gonna take
so long. Social media is such like a place where everybody acts like everything's great.
But my point being, I actually, after that documentary, I like immediately deleted the Facebook and Twitter app off my phone, and I actually deleted my TikTok account like altogether. I already reinstalled Twitter because like I love Twitter. Twitter to me wasn't actually as bad as what Facebook really creeped me out. I didn't delete my profile. I can still get on it on the computer. But if you're one of those people like who are kind of creeped out about like, if you already know what we're talking about, like how Facebook and Twitter just kind of like know, and it's honestly really Facebook and Instagram are like the main two, which literally they're owned by this. Facebook owns Instagram. Turn off your push notifications, because basically they want you on that app and they know when you're on it. And so when you're not and they notice that you haven't been, that's when they'll send you a push notification, and they'll be like, your friend Johnny just joined Facebook, send them a wave. The reason why they do that is because they want you to get on the app.
Crazy.
So then they can send you ads, because for every viewer that gets on that ad,
they get money.
They get like 3, 2, 4 cents, which, guys, that adds up. There are billions of people on Facebook.
Also, if you think it's affecting your mental health, just take a break.
Honestly,
not everybody.
Even just people, one day off of like one platform,
like a social media cleanse,
especially during this time with like so much negativity going on in the world. Like, it was I mean, especially when COVID, like we were in the prime of COVID, like, guys, it's still a pandemic going on, but you know what I mean, like,
it's just do things to help yourself. And I always say, like, when people talk about the gym and their body, like, if you're feeling overweight or not healthy, you go to the gym. If you're mental, like, your brain should be equivalent to your body. Do you know what I'm saying? You eat the right food, you drink water for your body. If you need to go train your body to be
your
better,
body is a temple. Take care of it.
Just treat your mind like you would treat your body. Just like,
exactly, like,
you get a trainer, you can get a therapist. It's like very equal to me.
Train your body, train your mind. Like, I think one thing that I need to work on is I need to stop being so negative about myself. Because I definitely, like, I'll say it, and then, like, I'm like, God dang it, I did it again. Like, just saying, like, the little stuff, like, oh, I don't look good today, or, wow,
because you're going to start to believe you don't look good.
Exactly. And I think I've started to really be a big believer in manifesting. And, I mean, obviously, like, I pray to God, but there's something about, like, just kind of, like, voicing it, you know, and like he hears you, you know, like.
I was talking to my mom about this. When she's at work, when she's at her store, she'll be like, I'm making this amount today. This is what I'm doing. There's nothing less. I'm making this amount. And she said the times that she does that, she makes the amount. There's sometimes like, oh, I don't know. Like, I feel like people won't come in today. It's raining. I don't think people are gonna come in. She won't make it. Like, it is a very powerful thing to like speak your truth. And I was going through something which I'm sure we'll talk about in another podcast, where like for months I was like, I'm not pretty, I'm not this, I'm not that, and I started to 100% believe that I wasn't like good enough, I wasn't pretty enough, and like until I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, Issa, first of all, you're a great person. Second of all,
you are.
Second of all, like, you are pretty.
You are.
Like, you have
You're gorgeous.
And that's completely changed my mindset.
You're gorgeous.
Thanks. That's completely changed my mindset. I'm so much more confident now, even though I'm not, like, don't look that different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta love yourself.
It's all about your mindset.
It's all about your mindset.
Everything in life is about the mindset, truly.
Mindset. And it's okay if you have your down days. Like, for sure, don't think you're...
So, I think another thing before we end things, I've kind of touched on this in the past, where I think having a good space is super important for your mental health.
Yeah, it
well,
is.
Guys, I recently kind of redecorated my room here. So and cute. I absolutely love it. Like, it's not even like that. I had like a bookshelf, and it was like filled with books. And my room isn't like, it's not super small, but my furniture is just big. So it just makes the room feel smaller. And so I was like, I feel like with my bookshelf being packed, because I love to read, my bookshelf was just packed with books, which obviously that's what it's for. But I was like, I feel like if I kind of space that out and like maybe not have it as cluttered, it'll make the room feel better. And oh my gosh, I just got like the little trinkets that I already had. Went to Goodwill, spent like $30. And guys, I had probably one of the best hauls I've ever had in my life.
You got a lot of good
like
stuff.
One vase that I got was literally like, originally it was like $50. That's more than I got like probably like 10 items for my room, which was $30. Guys, go thrifting. Save
and
the planet. Make yourself feel good. Anyways, clean your room. I cannot like stress enough the space that you're in. It affects your mental health so much. And if you are finding that you are living in a dirty environment, fix it. You know,
that will give you more anxiety. You
can't fix everything in life, but you can fix how dirty your room is. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
That's going on your
clean your room, guys.
Too.
Clean your room
and surround yourself with good people.
And get a cat. Get a cat.
Get a cat. Get a journal. That's the moral of this story. And just love yourself.
Yeah. Issa and I are both still working on that every single day, but honestly, like, who isn't? You know?
Everybody is.
Who isn't? So I just want to say we love you.
Yes, we do.
So why don't you love yourself? We love you, so love yourself.
You're an awesome person.
Issa, I love you.
I love you too.
My gosh.
You look great today.
Thank you. You look great today.
Kiss outfit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lila, you look gorgeous. You are shining. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap this up
Lila,
because we got a episode of Love Island to watch
my God,
in
4
like
minutes.
4 minutes. So we'll talk about it next episode. Don't you worry, guys, because there has been so much tea.
There's so much tea.
But until next time, stay
radiant.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love Island.